Okay, here's a follow-up on the broken leg blues. If you're keeping up, today is Wednesday. It's about 7:30 in the evening. I'm standing up with support because I'm tired of sitting down. But I went to the doctor today, the orthopedist. Just in case you don't know, Sunday I fell and broke my leg, my right leg, at work. And I drove myself to the emergency room on Sunday morning, and they took x-rays and told me what had happened, and they put my leg in a splint. And so Monday and Tuesday was spent in these marathon sessions on the phone and online, trying to get an appointment to see an orthopedist. And I want to talk about that for just a minute, and then I'll get to my leg. I believe that the United States has arguably the finest health care in the world. I also believe we have one of the worst health care delivery systems in the world. I can't imagine where anywhere where it's worse. It's just awful trying to get from one doctor to another doctor, to an ER doctor, or to your GP to go and see a specialist. It takes an act of Congress, and it should not be this difficult. When I was a kid, my mother would take us to the doctor, and no matter what the situation was, the doctor would see us and she'd whip out the checkbook and pay for it. End of transaction, end of story. Even if it was at the hospital, for heaven's sakes. It was nothing like it is today. And this goes along with what I've said for so long. Government screws up everything it touches. And we can thank people like Lord Obama and John McCain and the Clintons and the Bushes and other people for screwing up our healthcare system. And it was just so unnecessary. But they just had to get their tentacles, their governmental tentacles, into our healthcare, and they completely screwed it up. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So Monday, I was trying to get an appointment to see this orthopedist, and it just began just a marathon session of going from one doctor to another doctor to another doctor, or the people who answer the phones for the doctors. And I think that some of them are probably not even in the office. I think some of them are just probably remote workers at home sitting in their pajamas. That's my guess. But what complicated things for me even further is the fact that I have a primary physician, a primary GP. The last time I saw him was last summer. Since that time, he has left the practice he was in, with a large practice with several doctors. So technically, I had no GP. And the orthopedist I needed to see, his office was saying I had to have a referral. Well, I couldn't get a referral from a doctor I didn't have any longer, right? I finally got a hold of a really nice lady at the orthopedist office, and she understood. And she said, I'm going to go to bat for you, and I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to call the other office and try and get this resolved so that you can see the orthopedist who you obviously need to see. You have a broken leg. And she said, if you want, you can call your insurance company and see if they can help us to get a referral. I said, I'd be happy to do that. I've got insurance with Blue Cross Blue Shield. And I thank the Lord, I called Blue Cross, and the person I got hold of was actually very helpful for a change. And she understood the situation, and she helped me to select another GP from the same practice my other one had been associated with. And after I got that done, this nice lady named Julie at the orthopedist office called me back and said, I got the referral, and now let me get you an appointment. And so that all happened yesterday, and the appointment was today at 1 o'clock. I had a really rough night. I got maybe 2 hours of sleep. I wasn't in a great deal of pain. I just could not sleep for whatever reason. But anyway, Marina drove me to the orthopedist office, and she's got her own issues. We're both not in the best of health currently. But I got in to see the orthopedist, and a really nice guy, Dr. Clark, really nice. And he came in to the exam room and removed my splint, and he showed me the x-rays, and it is a clean break of the fibula, I believe it is. You've got the tibia and the fibula. The fibula, if I'm not mistaken, is the smaller of the two bones. It's on the outside of my right leg, and it's completely broken. But the good news is it's not really out of line. And so he said, what I want to do is take this. I really like this doctor. He was fantastic. He had a great bedside manner. He said, I want to take this splint off. And he said, rather than putting you in a cast, because the bone is still lined up fairly well, it's separated, but it's lined up fairly well. He said, I want to try you in a boot for a week. He said, I want to put you in a boot. And I showed you the picture of the boot when the video started. He said, let's try the boot for a week. And then I want you to come back and see me, and I want to shoot new x-rays and see what it looks like. He said, we're going to put this boot on you, and I want you to go home with the boot. Leave the boot on, but you can take it off to take a shower. Thank Lord, I hadn't had a shower since Saturday. I've had wet baths, baby wipes and whatever. He said, but when you go to bed, keep the boot on. I need to keep this thing stable. He said, you can put some pressure on your leg, but not a lot, not to the point of pain. When you feel pain, stop. So I've got crutches. I've got a little knee roller. Maybe you can see it right there. I don't know if that'll get a shot of it or not. A knee roller. I've got that. I hope you could see that. That's really handy. And he said we'll take x-rays next Monday, which I believe is the 18th, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, next Wednesday, a week from today. I believe today's the 11th. Dates are running together. He said, but you can't, he said, we'll take x-rays, and if it's progressing, then we'll just keep you in the boot. He said, but you can't drive for 8 weeks, 8 to 9 weeks. He said, if things go well this week, then we'll keep you in a boot. If it's not working, we may have to do surgery. So I really want to avoid that. So let's just hope and pray that this strategy works. Regardless, he said, you're on the sidelines for 8 to 9 weeks. So that's where we are, and I just wanted to update you all. Right now I'm at home pestering Marina, and I can tell you I've hired a young man to come and do our yard work for us, so that's a blessing. And we have a grocery chain. They actually don't have any physical stores here in Alabama, at least in my part of Alabama. You may have heard of Kroger, the grocery store chain, but they do have a big warehouse somewhere around Birmingham, and you can do online ordering of groceries with Kroger now, so that's really neat. So they're delivering our weekly order of groceries in the morning, so neither of us, Marina, I can't drive for over 2 months, and Marina doesn't want to drive, and I don't blame her. So having the home delivery of groceries is going to be quite handy. So folks, I'm at the house for quite a while, not working. So maybe we can visit a little bit more. If you'd like to see more of me, and maybe we can talk about what's going on in the news. But that's what's happening today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your prayers and your thoughts and all of your support. It means a lot to both of us. Everybody take care. Stay cool. It's done got hot. I'll see you soon.